Good evening. How y'all doing tonight, YouTubers, YouTube viewers, YouTube content creators, content analysis here. 2750. My puppy dog is my profile picture. Today we're going to talk about a variety of subjects. We're going to have a little Pop Smoke on here. We're going to have some of the ongoing situation with China Mack, Wack 100, Maino, Trife Gangsta, LA Brim, whoever he is, and all this other stuff. We're going to talk about a variety of things today. But today, as always, when I open up my videos, I'm always going to leave a quote. Something somebody wrote to give you something to think about. Because in life, we always got to have something that we can think about to help us do the things we got to do and to help us make decisions that we have to make today. So today's quote is, violence is the last refuge of the incompetent. Sometimes you have to pick the gun up to put the gun down. Any intelligent fool can make things bigger, more complex, and more violent. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. So you see, somebody wrote this quote and they said, violence is the last refuge of the incompetent. And I believe that because the incompetent, they're only going to think one way. They're not going to think about the variety of options you have. It's like when I went to, when I was locked up and I had to take the ART. Aggression training, they tell you do this video and, they say, well, if I smack them, then I could get this situation, this consequence is going to happen, or this is going to happen, or I could talk to him and you pick the better approach to the situation that's going to get the more favorable consequence. Violence, all that's getting you in jail. That's all that's getting you in prison, or that's getting you killed. Because a lot of people's not getting away with a lot of this violence today with all these cameras and all this stuff. And then when you look at the situation, we're going to talk about it later on to show you the incompetence of the people who, first resort is violent. So it says sometimes you have to pick the gun up to put the gun down. That's the truth. Sometimes you got to pick that gun up and somebody talk that sense in you and you go ahead and put that gun down because you realize that where that gun is going to lead you. You realize that you're fighting a losing battle. You're going to go do something. Something might happen to you. It's a give or take situation. And the end result is if you don't die and you're going out there and you're using a gun, chances are you're going to go to jail. Because people are telling today, nobody's holding it down like, well, I bought into this situation, I'm standing on this. They're not standing on it. They're not standing on it. Any intelligent fool can make things bigger. You can make the situation bigger. You can make the situation more complex. And you can make the situation more violent. Any intelligent person could do that. It takes a touch of genius. See, the genius knows how to move in the opposite direction, away from the violence. And this quote fits right into what I'm going to talk about. So the first person we want to talk about is this. So as we know, Pop Smoke, he was on the rise. He was doing his thing. Everybody's liking his music. He one of those guys who made that drill music, and it sounded good to everybody ears. And people did the dance, and he did a lot of things. And one thing, I, enjoyed hearing is an interview, and his mom's was on the interview, and his mom said when she heard his record, "Is that him?" His whole voice sound different. His whole voice was deep and all that, and it really fit him. And he did his thing, and then he went to California, and he got killed. They robbed him, and they killed him. And it says, Pop Smoke killer sentenced to 4 years in prison after guilty plea. The man who killed the brother got 4 years in prison. So, while the incompetent want to resort to violence immediately, look what happens in the violent situation for some people. You know, you say he got 4 years for killing Pop Smoke in the act of robbing him. And, you know, it makes you think, it makes you wonder, like, how much time is Taxstone really going to do after he got 7 years? You know, and this is what it says, man. Like, they don't care about us, bro. They really don't care about us, bro. And if we kill one another, they really don't care, bro. They really don't care. You can get 4 years for killing your own brother. It makes people want to kill more. It makes other people want to kill. It keeps the vicious cycle going, you know. And I'm like, man, he got 4 years for killing, man. Come on, man. You know. And it always, you know, made me think about, you know, Charleston White saying he's not doing nothing against black people. And don't talk bad about no white people when you get on his IG lives. He's not doing nothing against white people. White people is good people. He's doing everything against niggers, against black people. And when I see things like this, it's like, how does his family feel, you know? Somebody went and robbed this man, and they only got 4 years. 4 years, but they didn't give him time served, so he had a year and some change in jail. So he got 5 years and some change for killing Pop Smoke and robbing him. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? So let's go to our next situation. You know, we want to go back to this real fast. I want to go back to this because I want y'all to keep thinking about this as I'm giving y'all the information according to my vision. Violence is the last refuge of the incompetent. Sometimes you have to pick the gun up to put the gun down. Any intelligent fool can make things bigger, more complex, and more violent. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. Now, I don't know where the opposite direction is for some people. The opposite direction for me in this day and time is to stay my old ass out of prison. To avoid initiating violence on my own brother if I can avoid it. And I can avoid it because it's my option of who I'm going to be around. If I'm around careless people, then careless things going to happen. If I'm around smart people that's heading in a specific direction, then good things is going to happen. More often than not, nothing's like written in stone. So now, any intelligent fool can make things bigger, more complex, and more violent. Now, we go to the intelligent fool. We go to the intelligent fools now. First, we're going to start with this. "50-year-old men gone wild." This is what I'm reading in the title here. 50-year-old men gone wild on social media. Wack dissed Maino about the $150 scar on Maino's cheek. It went a little deeper than that, you know what I mean? Maino decided that he's going to get on social media and he's going to say that he had to put Troy Ave in his place by showing the chain that he said he had for 7 years. And a lot of people came at him for having that chain for 7 years and even showed videos of him wearing that chain. And it kind of backfired on Maino. He began to get a lot of flack for it. He got a lot of problems, more than a lot of, positive reaction for it. He got a lot of negative reaction calling him out. And the person who called him out was Wack 100. So Wack 100 got on him and brought up some more posts that he's saying he was Troy Ave's friend, and at the time he found the jury, and Troy Ave had not testified yet, so you could not have said that Troy Ave was a rat at that time. So therefore, he should have gave the jury back. He should have not be holding on to the jury, and it became a big back and forth with Maino saying that he wanted smoke from Wack 100, and China Mack pulled Maino up on his live while Wack was there, and Maino was going crazy on him, and Maino was saying he wanted to get busy, and he wanted the problems, and he didn't want to talk, and Wack said in that video that he didn't want it. He said that he didn't want it. Wack is the greatest person on YouTube right now today. The greatest person on YouTube that could start a whole lot of problems. He can make the violence. He can make things complex and more. Like he could pull it up, you know. Let's go back to this for a minute because I want to keep on this because it's a point that's made. This makes the greatest point of all. The fool make it bigger, things bigger. Wack able to make things bigger. He falls right into this quote right here. More complex. He does that. And more violent. But the violent side of it never really surfaces when it comes to Wack because Wack's in LA and he picks a lot of problems with people who aren't from his neighborhood. So his chances of seeing them are minimized. It's not like you in New York and you having a beef with somebody in New York and you might be downtown, you might be at Madison Square Garden, you might be somewhere eating, and you see this person and it's on and popping like the tax throwing them beef. They everybody's in Urban Plaza. They getting ready to do this show, and they ended up linking up, and all the stuff hit. So Wack 100 is not in that situation. Wack 100 is not in that situation. He's in the situation where he feel, you got to come see him. If he's slipping in, he's slipping in, he's slipping out. He's going to have so much security if he coming and bringing somebody to do a show that it's going to be hard to get to him without going to jail. Without jackpotting yourself. So, you got to say, like, there's 47. Wack, I don't know how old he is. I don't even want to look it up, but he's older than 47, or he's around that age. And for these guys to be on there and talking all this, getting at each other, man, if you gonna be on there and you're gonna talk all this violence and all this, it's on when I see you thing, then you should be able to show the youth how this thing really go. And at 50 years old, if you're still in shape and all that, you should be linking up and fighting. Bottom line, you should be linking up, throwing the hands, and fight. Now, you got a person who, I just showed you, Maino net worth in 2023 was $3 million. I don't know how much Wack net worth is because I didn't look at it, but I'm sure his net worth is up there. Why don't y'all put money up and make money off of it? You got the potential to doing that. You got all these people on YouTube that want to see this violence happen. You're doing a whole lot of things. So why don't you just get together, put that purse up, and go ahead and fight, man. Y'all could go in the ring. Y'all could either go with gloves. Y'all could go with them MMA gloves. That's not like boxing gloves, but like hitting with your hands or bare hands. And y'all could go ahead and y'all could fight and get this thing over and show the youth that this is what you do. You could put the guns down and you could fight when you have a disagreement and you can't get involved. Now, Wack, like I said, Wack is a fool. And he's the best fool on the internet. He's the best fool on YouTube that can make things bigger, more complex, and more violent. But like I said, the violent side you hardly see. It's only violence in words. And let me show you. So now we come to this. So you see, Maino sends strong warning to Wack 1/2 after calling him out on Troy Avenue issue. Maino, you can't do nothing with me. I'm begging for smoke. Say something else to me, Wack. Say something else to me. Say one more word. In the end, Wack said he's going to shut down his money. You know, he's going to get him canceled. He's not going to fight. He said it in the China Mack video that leave it alone. He don't want to fight. He's going to fight you in a whole different way. And I guess that's the art of war too. You know, like, hey man, if we're going to fight and you're getting a whole lot of money, I'll take your money. I don't know. But with these guys being supposedly street guys, I feel that you got money, he got money. Y'all should just, y'all grown men. Y'all not little kids. Y'all not teenagers out there. Neither one of y'all really want to go to jail right now. Neither one of y'all want to go to prison for the rest of your lives, so y'all don't want to risk killing somebody and getting caught with all these cameras out here, with all the YouTube detectives. It's going to put y'all in jail with all the stuff y'all doing on YouTube with the police watching so far. Y'all don't want to put yourself in a situation when you go to jail. You see how fast they caught them people from beat up 6ix9ine. See how fast they caught the BTB Savage killer. So chances are YouTube is going to help them catch you too if you go out there and do something. So the best thing you guys could do is be grown men about it. Meet in a neutral place, set it up and fight. Fight. Exclusive, you get a video, he get a video. And you charge people to come see it and you make money off of it and you still solve your beef. But it goes on and it goes on because Wack is, like I said, Wack is the biggest fool on YouTube that's able to make things bigger, more complex, and more violent. But the violent side just don't come in like the violence supposed to come in. Let me show you more. So now, China Mack gets on social media. And I respect China Mack because China Mack is one of them person like, you know, you set up a one-on-one with him and he's going to pull up and drop the guns and he's going to fight, whether he win or lose. He went all the way to L.A. to fight a big dude. And he lost the fight, but he got his respect because he went and did something that these guys just ain't doing today. These guys is talking, but they not meeting up and fighting. You know, they talking about your mother and suck my this and you use a see this and use a this and that. But nobody's saying meet up and fighting, and nobody's showing that video where they meet up and fighting. China Mack did it, showed his scars and all of that after the fight. And nobody's doing that, but everybody's on to some violence. So how much of violence are you really on? Not that I condone the violence, because I think that black people should learn how to live together and promote their neighborhood together and build their neighborhood together. And then you won't have to yell about all this gentrification and all this racism, and you won't have to yell about that. You take care of your neighborhood and you have more black businesses in your neighborhood, and you won't have to complain about the Koreans with all the Chinese restaurants in your neighborhood and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? There'd be room for 1 or 2 Chinese restaurants, not so much. You'll be having more soul food restaurants. You wouldn't have white people cooking soul food, Chinese people trying to cook soul food, Spanish people trying to cook soul food. You'll be cooking your own soul food. You'll be building up your own neighborhood. It's not like you don't have money. You have money. But you don't know how to come together. You only want to come together for nonsense. And you don't know how to settle beefs appropriately, even grown men. That's why these young boys don't have no respect for no grown man. Because you talk, but you don't show nothing. And them young boys, they talk that violent shit, and they go out and they do it. And in the end, you grown men don't want to do it. 50 years old, you want to go do 20 years? Realistically, be honest with yourself, because you ain't got to be honest with me. You could tell me you about it, you all of this, but if you really about it, you wouldn't be doing it. So China Mack, he has a beef with Troy Ave, and he goes to Troy and St. John's. And he stands there and he eats him some jerk chicken. Now, I'm from around this neighborhood. I'm from around this neighborhood. It's popping in that neighborhood. At night, it's nothing in that neighborhood. It's really nothing in that neighborhood at night. The stores are closed. Maybe one or two grocery stores open. It's nothing. In the daytime, it's popping. Everybody's outside in that area in the daytime. Nobody's out on Troy and St. John's at night. Nobody's really there. But, however, that does not minimize the situation with China Mack going out there because he's on this live. He's saying he's there. If anybody had a beef with him, they could have pulled up. They could have pulled up. I mean, that's the best time to pull up because situations will happen between the two people and there would be no innocent bystanders because there's too many innocent bystanders getting caught up in this childish beef that people are having. You know, but you got to respect China Man because this is what he do. He'll pull up and he will fight you no matter what somebody says. He's not going to say no. He's really not. I mean, he said he had a problem with people, and if they get 500 subscribers and they get their subscription up, then he'll fight them. Other than that, he's not going to fight them. So why you want to fight Troy Ave? Because Troy Ave's making a little bit of money promoting his own records and stuff like that? Is that why he want to fight Troy Ave and he wouldn't fight the other people that's calling him out? I don't know. Y'all tell me. But, you know, it's a childish situation. He pulled up on the block. Troy Avenue and St. John's. At the time he pulled up, nobody's outside. Nobody's outside around there that night, that time of night. Nobody. Nobody that somebody's outside that time of night. Troy Avenue and St. John's in Brooklyn is popping during the daylight hours. About 6 when them stores start closing, they not out there because the stores is the cover for the people on the block. So all the hustlers going to be out there in the daytime when the stores is open because that's what they use as their cover. Daytime. They're not going to be out there at night. Look at it at night. He showed the picture of it at night. Nothing happened at night. So then we go back and we're going to go to this now. If you look, here you go, a nice picture of it. If you look, this is Troy Avenue and St. John's. It's active around there. There's a lot of people around there. But at night, you see how it looks at night? There's nobody out there at night on that block. There's nobody out there at night on that block. The only time that block was really active was in the 80s when there was a crack epidemic because you had mad crack spots around there. So people were outside and mostly crackheads, you know. Everybody else is in the little buildings, you know. You got to know where the buildings at around there because it's not the projects. There's no projects around there. It's all tenement buildings and houses around there. So you got to know the buildings where people hang out at. And that's where you go, you know, not on the corner because the corner's got nothing, you know what I mean? But like I said, that doesn't stop the person from saying if he had a real official problem with him that he could go and he could just go and link up with him while he know he's right there on that corner. You know, he could have still went and linked up with him, you know, but it is what it is, man. And, you know, this is the senseless thing that leads to senseless violence that I don't understand. You know, you're saying you're a YouTuber, you're getting all this money, you're doing this and that. Why resort to the violence? It's the broke people that figure like you got to use the violence right now so that you can get ahead in the game and do what you got to do. You know, maybe you got to go drive something. Maybe you got to go do something. You know, it's just so you can get your money up and go ahead in the game. Not you got your money up and you want to deal with this nonsense and take yourself out of the equation. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense at all. I mean, you know, I love seeing this on YouTube. That's my stomping ground. So now let's go there. But this thing get crazier, y'all. I don't know. I don't understand the YouTube viewers because, I mean, hey, cable corny. It's not a lot of good shows on. So I guess YouTube is full of the excitement. Because this thing gets crazier. This thing gets crazier out here. All right, let's go. Now we going here. This way it get crazy at. So now you got, this thing done went from Maino. This thing done went from Maino and Wack. Told you Wack. Wack is like, he's the like professional troublemaker. Sitting in his house. They say he be laying in his bed with his booty up and all that shit. That's his situation. But he's sitting in his house getting all y'all in the uproar. So now, you got L.A. Brim gets heated and goes off on Wack 100 for saying he's a rat with no paperwork. Right? All right, let's go to this one. New York OG. I don't know what the fuck is the OG, because these OGs, they ain't valued at nothing, man. They ain't leading nothing, going nowhere. They leading people straight back to the penitentiary. Where's they lead, OG? You're supposed to lead the people in a good direction. Where is you leading these people? What is the OG? Real talk. An OG is somebody who like, oh, he been in jail before. He this and that. You call him shot. He giving you guns to go kill somebody. Like what an OG is? I don't know what an OG is no more. I really don't. I thought I knew, but I don't know what an OG is today. Because I don't see nobody doing nothing that make me see them as an OG. And a lot of young boys rather call them old head, old school, old timer. Then they call them OGs and disrespect them. As soon as they play stuff with the young boys disrespect them. So most of them go coward to the young boy. You know, young blood. Let me hold something, young blood. Pass that L, young boy. Young blood, what we drinking? They begging off them young boys. A lot of them. Not all of them. A lot of them, though. So now you got New York OG, Shaquille Class's arch rival, L.A. Brim's name from Wack, fake Santa allegation. You know? When rivals become friends. Hey, that's what I say about the older people. They don't be wanting to continue a problem. 25 years is for a young 17-year-old, 16-year-old, and it ain't even for them. It's really for nobody. But if you want to do it, you want to be young doing it. You don't want to be 40 years old doing 25 years. 50 years old doing 25 years. I don't know. Maybe you do. I wouldn't want to be it. Okay, let's go on. Now you got Wack 100, China Mack, and L.A. Brim. So now, Wack done created a situation where you got all these bloods talking about how disrespectful he is to the OGs or whatever their status is, these people is. And China Mack in the middle. Listen. So you got this guy that's in jail. He's in jail. And these people in the street is getting him on the jail phone to validate themselves and their information out in society. That's some backwards ass mess. That is so backwards. I remember, every time I went to jail, and I got quite a few bids. One day I came home, in one bid, and, my brother always opened his doors to me. But I always go out to get on my own, I don't go stay with no chick. I don't go do none of that. I go get my own and get my own apartment and all the things that I need. So I asked my brother one day, we was chilling, I said, yo, bro, why every time I'm out here and I do good, I look out for you, I look out for your kids, I do all of that, but as soon as I get locked up, you don't do shit for me, bro. He said, bro, I'm gonna tell you this one time, bro. When you go to jail, that's your world. When you out here, you in my world. When you in my world, I'm gonna look out for you. When you in your world, you gotta look out for yourself, because I'm not coming in your world. So they told me, like, there's two different worlds. There's the prison world, and there's the free world. I don't got time to listen to nobody in prison telling me what to do out in New York. All you doing is getting up in the morning, working out, going to the yard, you eating, if you ain't got no commissary, they feeding you 3 meals a day. You got a bed, you're not paying no rent, you're not paying no car notes, you not got no girl that you paying for. Some people is doing that in jail, they're taking care of their business out here still. But the average person is not doing that. They're not. So for me to have you on the phone from jail, trying to clear your name in something and you're locked up and you trying to tell me something out here, that's backwards, bro. That's backwards. So now, I'm listening to the live or whatever it was. I'm listening to the content and I hear somebody say, China Mack, so what you gonna do if you go to LA? Because you got to clear La Brim's name. What you gonna do? Is you gonna step to him and smack him, or you gonna talk? That's like them jail shit, bro. That's like real jail in society, bro. Real jail in society, because in jail, you got people sending you on missions. Like I heard another one saying, oh, Maino had to pop on this dude. When Maino got cut in his face, he cut the dude too, so they say. Or he was getting ran up out the house. Give you a mission, and you got to go in that mission, or they gonna pop on you. That sound like some jail shit they telling him out here. That don't make no sense, man. My thing is, if you want to be locked up, go get locked up, man. Why waste people's time being locked up inside your mind, inside your thoughts, while you're in society? That don't make no sense. If you're heading to jail, go ahead to jail, bro. If you want to act like you're in jail in society, go to jail. Because when you're in society, you got to act like you're in society. You got to do the things that you're supposed to do in society. Now you want to send a man on a mission. You want to send China Brim all the way to LA to see Wack 100, and even you going to pop a talk because you can't talk. He done violated. Like, really? Somebody's really listening to that? Somebody really doing that out here? Somebody really following jail rules in the streets, in society? Y'all hustling backwards, bro. Y'all got life twisted, bro. It's no way, bro. It can't be real, man. How y'all making this real? How y'all making this even sound real? How you can even be on the social media to even, do you hear yourself talking, man? You want to apply jail rules to people out in society that got no CO telling them to lock in, that could go where they want to go, that could make how much money they want to make, that could work if they want to work, don't work if they, and you're in here telling them how to function as if they're in prison. That's good. That sounds good to you. That sounds like you got sense. And then you want to talk about you're going to help the young people. What you going to help them do? Go to jail? Because that's where you're helping them go. When you in jail, you got to move like you in jail. When you in society, you got to move like you in society. Y'all backwards. Y'all in society still trying to move like y'all in jail. Go to jail, man. Let people who want to move in society function in society and build themselves up in their communities, y'all. Y'all go ahead and build a prison up. That's what y'all need to do. Y'all is bugged out. And then y'all got poor China Mack. You gonna go to LA? And you gonna pop or you gonna talk? What type of sense does that make? Who is so powerful that somebody says something about them and you want somebody else to fight for them when that's their fight? When they need to deal with that, when they need to correct that problem. And you want to send somebody else on a doja mission? Because that's what y'all trying to send a man on a doja mission. I never thought the man was a doja, but sometimes looks and how you perceive people is totally different from what it actually is. But I know one thing. I would not want to be around you fools. You fools is acting like y'all locked up. Y'all love jail. Y'all need to go back to jail. Y'all hear y'all on this YouTube and y'all sound like the day room. Y'all sound like them people like when you laying down, you got to tell them, get away from my cell talking on that nonsense. Take that shit to the yard. Take that shit to the gym, man. Get away from my cell. I'm trying to read. Because you're talking a bunch of nonsense. And a lot of the people who talking that jail talk, they wasn't standing up in jail. They wasn't doing nothing big in jail, believe me. They ain't had to worry about nobody taking nothing from them because they didn't get commissary and all that other stuff. They didn't get packages or nothing. They wasn't getting visits. And that's the truth. More than half those people on YouTube talking that jail stuff, I'm sure and I could bet they wasn't standing up in jail like they talking out here in the streets. They wasn't. They wasn't. It's just sad to see this, though. It's sad to see grown men don't know how to problem solve, don't know how to get together with the money that they have and build up their own communities, living around a whole bunch of dilapidated buildings. Then when the white people come and take your building, oh, the gentrification, but you're not doing nothing. The Arabs got all the stores. What the Arabs don't got, the Spanish people got. American black man ain't got nothing. The Jamaicans got the restaurant, cooking soul food and all that. They cook Jamaican food and American food. American Jamaican, Ghanese Jamaican, Ghanese American, Jamaican American, Trinidadian American, Spanish American. Arabs, they eat chicken. They cooking all that fried chicken and you going, man, let me get them some chicken wings. And all you got is barbershops. As soon as you see you got all this money, as soon as you see these people with all the money you got, buy up the dilapidated buildings on the block, buy 4 of them for the low. Now you complaining that the white people is taking over the neighborhood, but you got the money and you not taking over your own neighborhood. All you doing is taking over people's mind and put them in jail. You calling people from jail to validate your life out here in the streets. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. And, you know, all them content creators say it's entertainment. Yeah, it is entertainment. Because that better not be no truth, because you dumb. You dumb. You calling people on jails, putting them on YouTube to validate yourself and your lifestyle out here in the streets. Don't make no sense. That don't make no sense at all. Now I got one more thing I'm going to show y'all before I close up this situation. Hello? Yeah. Well, I finished where I'm at around 11 o'clock. I will. Okay. Bye-bye. So yeah, now China Mack fired back at Trife Gangsta, threatening to smack him. Ain't nobody smacking me at all. This is something. This is something that's crazy to me. Trife Gangsta. Trife Gangsta. I know Trife. I know Trife. I met Trife in Wyoming Correctional Facility. We had a good rapport. We did a lot of talking, read a lot of books, discussed a lot of books together. So now Trife Gangsta's out here, and you got your situation when your brother got killed downtown in Urban Plaza in Manhattan. You know, Taxstone is locked up. You went to the trial. Taxstone got found guilty. Troy Ave testified. And now you're getting on the social media and you're telling everybody, oh, the real deal about the trade. You're spreading yourself there. Now you're talking about, you're getting on social media and you're going back. You hustling backwards, my guy. You hustling backwards because now you on social media talking about smacking China Mack. Bro, smacking China Mack, bro. You're going backwards. I remember when I first got on YouTube and I started seeing you, Hassan Campbell, all these people disrespecting you in that My song and your movement you had. You know, stop black violence. I remember they was disrespecting you all over the place. You know, Hassan Campbell calling you out to fight for $250,000 and all this extra money for y'all to fight and get the videos and all of that. Now your brother died and you getting all this, you going out there and you're doing all this interviews, you know, talking about the situation with your brother getting killed in Urban Plaza. And now you're talking about smacking China Mack and you're going backwards and now people disrespecting your name again. Bro, you got a whole non-for-profit. Here you go with a whole non-for-profit. Something that you can help build up the hood. You was trying to run for councilman in Brooklyn or one of them little offices in Brooklyn. You was out there running. You was, you know, trying to get your votes up and campaigning for it and all of that. And now you regressing. You acting like you want to be back in jail, bro. Your mother lost a son to jail. She getting ready to do a whole lot of time, as you said. Your brother got killed, your baby brother. Your older brother's getting ready to go to prison and do all this time. You're out here free. Your mother got one son out here left. And you're getting on social media and getting yourself caught up in the same situation your little brother got caught up in. Didn't that shit start on social media? Didn't that start with back and forth on social media and then finally them people met and your brother got shot and killed, bro? Come on, man. Don't let all these YouTube interviews get to you and change you, bro. You a good person, Trife. It's my message to you. You know me, bro. You a good person, bro. You doing good in Brooklyn, bro. You doing something that a lot of people only talked about doing. I remember when you talked about doing this in jail and you came out and you did it. I didn't come out of jail and do nothing I said I was going to do but sell drugs. All the things I said, I got a whole book written. I ain't even type it out and send it to the publishers or nothing. You done had the book written. You done started that. I still got the book written right in my house. I did not type the book up yet. I wrote that book in jail. I still got that book here just sitting in my house. And you came out of jail and you did everything you said. You got your book published. You started your non-for-profit. Now your brother get killed and you come back to social media and you hustling backwards, bro. You talking about smacking China Mack, and then everybody saying, well, China Mack, and even China Mack said he should be the last person you want to smack. Why hear all that? Why put yourself through all of that? At this point, you should be really trying to push your stop the black on black violence thing through your non-for-profit. And you should be garnering charitable donations and building yourself up right now. You should be building your organization right now. You should be talking to the people in politics where you were at, bro. You going backwards. You stopping doing what you was doing to feed into this jail mentality that's on this YouTube shit with this blood shit, bro. Catch yourself, bro. If you want to go to jail, it ain't hard to walk out your door and go to jail, bro. Go to jail. Go ahead, man, if this is what you want to do, bro. It ain't hard to do it, bro. We all did it. We all know how to do it. You step right out your house, bro, and you go ahead and you commit that act, And you might get away with the one and you commit another one, and you might, but they're going to get you pretty soon. With all these cameras, they're going to get you fast, bro. I got nothing but love for you, brother, at the end of the day, bro. I don't want to see you throw your life away, bro. You came a long way, bro. Your baby brother just got killed, man. Your baby brother just got killed for the same social media nonsense, bro. With all these jail mentalities. Everybody at Wack. Nobody gonna see Wack 100. Wack in LA, we in New York. Who's gonna see him? You gonna fly out there? Wack got a good case then. Come on, bro. It takes a genius to turn away from the violent shit, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro. You know, you got people who love you, bro. Let the YouTube shit go, bro. Don't go back to prison for nothing, bro. You don't have to go to prison. You have options, bro. You don't have to do that, bro. And with that, I'm going to end. Content analysis 2750. My puppy dog is my profile picture. Subscribe if you want to. You do it if you want to. Like it if you want to. Comment if you want to. But a lot of people's not going to listen to my videos because my videos, a lot of times, I'm bringing some sense to you. And YouTube don't want that. And it's not even what YouTube want. It's what you putting out. And y'all brothers on this YouTube shit want to stay in prison. And y'all want a lot of people to go in prison with y'all. Y'all even got people coming on YouTube from prison calls validating your existence out in society. That don't make no sense, bro. That don't make no sense. Y'all have a good night and y'all enjoy yourself. This is Easter Sunday when I'm doing this, man. Jesus Resurrection Day. God bless y'all.